Here are the biggest fantasy football storylines I'm watching as we head into the NFL draft. First, the Cardinals Backfield. Now, compared to other running back jobs around the league, being the starter in Arizona is not as productive as it could be because Kyler Murray takes up so much of the rushing volume himself. But still, this is a high-powered offense, and whoever the starter is will be a desirable fantasy asset. Right now, that guy's Chase Edmonds. But I want to see if that's the case after the draft. Edmonds hasn't shown himself to be elite just yet, so that does make me wonder if Arizona will look to add somebody in the draft, and if they don't, or if they only invest maybe a 6th or 7th rounder, then Edmonds' stock will go up and stay up just based on opportunity. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Backfield. The Steelers' run game was so brutal last year, they were basically forced to just use short passes as a pseudo-run game. And while the Cardinals might look to add someone in the draft, the Steelers almost definitely will. No one really expects them to go into 2021 with Benny Snell as the unquestioned starter. So whoever gets added to the mix here should have every opportunity to find playing time on a potent offense. And lastly, will the 49ers draft a mobile quarterback? What I'm about to say also depends on the 49ers trading Jimmy G, so for argument's sake, let's just assume they do. But anyway, there's a reason I specified mobile here, and it's not the reason you might think. The Niners have some weapons on offense, with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and an elite running game. Whichever quarterback they take is going to be plopped into a pretty nice situation. But for fantasy, no matter the situation, rookie quarterbacks are pretty hard to trust. They just don't produce as much or as often as we'd like, and while we all want to find the next Justin Herbert, those guys don't come around that often. If the rookie can run though, those rushing stats can compensate for some of the other rookie mistakes. It can salvage their fantasy performance. Just look at Jalen Hurts last year or Lamar Jackson the year before. Their passing and decision making weren't always great, but their legs bailed them out more often than not, at least in terms of a fantasy point total. Basically what I'm getting at is if the rumors are true and the Niners are targeting Mac Jones with that number 3 overall pick, I don't want any part of him in fantasy, not this year. But if San Francisco drafts Trey Lance or Justin Fields, and we suddenly have a mobile quarterback with great weapons around him, I would definitely be interested in that guy. The rushing stats will give them a solid floor of production, and if they can adjust to the pro game and minimize their mistakes along the way, we could be looking at some really nice numbers even as a rookie. But that'll do it for this video. If you guys want more fantasy content, be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and of course comment down below what or who you want to hear about next. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.